All right, so my website that I created is for Children's Musical Theater St. George. They're a local children's musical theater here in St. George. It was created by my niece 6 years ago when she was 11 years old. She just really wanted a place that her and her friends and other children could go to put on plays for the local population and have fun and experience the theater. So they started that, and have been going strong for the last 6 years. The only challenge that they have is theater space here in St. George is uh, not a very easy thing to come by. They usually actually have to uh, reserve slots about a year in advance before they can get in. So that's kind of their challenge. But so my site is targeted primarily to the parents of children and teenagers, depending on the play that they put on. Could be for children ages 5 to 18, or the current production, which is Into the Woods, which is a teen production, so it's 12 to 18. Um, so, when I created the website, I wanted it to have a fun appearance to it to show the parents that, we do um, want a fun environment for their children to come and enjoy, and then also a professional appearance so that they can tell that we're not just some run-of-the-mill place, that we want to have that we do have professionalism as well. Um, and then let's see, the specific feedback that helped me the most. I think the biggest thing that was pointed out that I remember off the top of my head is the meet our sponsors area down here. Initially, it was just a big field with all the sponsors' logos in there. It just took up a lot of space and um, didn't really flow very well. So one thing that I changed was I created the slideshow here with the sponsors cycling through. The innovative technologies here. This slide shows this one, and you can see my main one up here that I went in and used Calm Slider, a slideshow generator. It's actually a really good deal. Got a lot of options for how the slideshows cycle through, the transitions, and they simplify putting it into your website. So if anyone else out there going to continue building websites and uh, continue using sliders or anything, I suggest checking them out. That's a pretty good one. They have options where you can pay and get this little thing off here, but otherwise it's very well. Anyway, that's as far as the technology goes that I put in here. Just with time and normal life, I wasn't able to really go crazy with it. Um, Elements that I'm most proud of, I really do enjoy my social media links right here. I applied the fixed positioning here so that when you scroll up and down, as you can see, it stays there. Did some reading uh, on these links for websites, and they studies show that if it's down here at the bottom, out of sight, out of mind, it's very unlikely that you get any engagement. So this is why I went with this positioning here, and I personally enjoy how I created the when you hover, it changes the image, so it just inverse the colors there. So on all three of those, I don't know, some I like. Maybe it's just because I made it though. I don't know. Anyway, let's see. And then another thing I kind of enjoyed a little bit was over here on the sponsors, put this table in here for showing the different sponsorship packages that are available. Um, I kind of threw together these check marks and these X's and threw them in there, and just to kind of give it a little bit more visual cues there, and I added the underline so when you hover, it gives that border there, so people can really compare each plan a little bit easier. Um, and then when you for mobile applications and smaller viewing, I made it so that when you have a smaller view, you come down here to a mobile size, and that's gone. And then I put in here just the plan details, so you can continue to see them. I noticed before I did that when you went down to a mobile size, that table just it didn't shrink down very well. It was overhanging past the wrapper, so that's why I did that. Um, let's see, and then parts that I feel like still need work, and I'll easily say just about everything. Um, as you can see, everything basically beyond the home page is all just grays. I've got grays everywhere. Running out of time, I couldn't really have the mental capacity, to be honest, to go through and really do a good color scheme on every page. So I just went with gray and kept it that way. So that's definitely one thing that I need to get back in there and really work on. Um, let's see. Yeah, you go to these other pages, just styling and appearance of it, I think is really something that needs to be done. And then, on here on the staff page, you come over here, you see that it's not center here. I actually made the display for this a flex display, so when you resize the window, it's supposed to kind of shift them around a little bit, and it kind of threw it a little bit out of whack. And then I noticed that in some instances, I think it's when it's down to the next lower one. Yeah, here it starts to, well, it's not doing it now. Sometimes there it is, goes a little crazy when you hover over them. So that's something I need to work on, figure out why it's doing that and how I can prevent it. I think it's probably when I hover, the drop or the box shadow there comes up. I think that is probably affecting it. So probably just remove that effect. This page, I have this form here, and it's supposed to auto send an email to the director's email address. So the form works, it goes through and everything, but it doesn't send the email, so I need to work on that. Let's see, what else do I need to do? As you can see, there's a lot. Current production here. My iframe map that I put in here from Google Maps. Want to put a border around here so it has a little bit more definition on the page. And then just updating images. So like right here, you can see I've got the register now for Into the Woods, but registration is passed. So did get a chance to update that. So I just linked over here to the current production page, and where we have the link for the going in to buy tickets for the plays, which click over here, you can see first production is actually tomorrow. So yep. If anybody out there is wanting to come out and check out a play, have some spare time within the next couple days, highly recommend it. I was actually just over there for dress rehearsal, and these kids are doing really good. So definitely recommend that. Let's see, what else do I have here? Oh yeah, you see when I was over here on the staff page, I didn't get pictures for anybody, so need to get in here and get pictures. This one should have been real easy. This is me, this is my wife, so should have just taken a little bit of time to get that, but need to get those. And then let's see, my sister-in-law, other sister-in-law, brother-in-law, niece, those should have been pretty easy pictures as well, but it's running out of time. So yeah, you can see there's definitely work to be done, and I think as I've gone through this, I've come to the conclusion that no website is ever officially complete because there's always updates. So sounds like that's just kind of the nature of web design. Um, but I'll say I really did enjoy this class. I've learned a lot about um, a coding and just different languages. I knew nothing when I started, so that was something that a bit of a learning curve, but it was a enjoyable experience for me. Um, yeah, there it is.